attempt at freeing Westerners taken hostage in Lebanon. Since Waite arrived in Beirut a week ago, 2 Westerners have been kidnapped in Beirut. The most recent hostage was a West German businessman. Tonight, the West German government is ignoring reports suggesting Rudolf Cordes was kidnapped in retaliation for the arrest of a suspected Lebanese hijacker. Mohammed Ali Hamadi is being extradited to the U.S. for his alleged role in a 1985 TWA hijacking.
Of us are likely to be affected by. In most cases, the victims lose stereos, TVs, and jewelry, things that can be moved and sold easily. In the case of one Tulsa family, they've lost more than they can replace. News 8's Elisa Streeter has more in tonight's Crime Stoppers.
Steve Pyatt couldn't see his apartment in shambles after the burglars had ripped through it. He's blind. And the burglars managed to steal the things he used most: a talking calculator, a talking clock, a radio, and then they broke his braille writer. That was what was waiting for the Pyatts when they came home from a holiday vacation.
Probably wasn't as hard for me because I couldn't see how much of a shambles everything was. Probably was more of a shock for Penny since she could see immediately what happened.
I really didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what happened.
What happened was burglars took more than just the luxuries. They stole Steve Jr.'s baby food and high chair. Well, Steve isn't working right now, and replacing his loss won't be easy. The Citizens Crime Commission is offering a $1,000 reward for any clues leading to the arrest and prosecution of the burglars.
If you know who broke into the Pyatt's apartment or have information on any other serious crime, call the Metro Crime Stoppers 24-hour hotline at 583-COPS. That's 583-2677. Remember, you will not have to leave your name.
What does Old Man Winter have planned for us next?
Well, Don will be along in a minute to tell us. And where's a good snow shovel when you need one?
Hi, folks. Are you fed up with all the bull associated with buying a new car?
It's come to...
Can't bear another quarter-pound of boredom on a bun. Mazzio's announces the $1.99 lunch. Choose one of Mazzio's delicious one-topping mini pizzas, or either of 2 sandwiches, or nachos, or salad bar, or small spaghetti, or small lasagna. Your choice, only $1.99 for a limited time. So hurry into Mazzio's. The $1.99 lunch. No burgers, no bologna. Now at Mazzio's.
This kind of weather doesn't hit Oklahoma very often. As a result, a lot of the gear used to dig out after snowstorms isn't as easy to find as one might think. But those places that do stock the basics, like snow shovels and sleds, well, they're doing very well.
We've sold some plumbing supplies, you know, for frozen pipes and that kind of thing, but mostly snow-related, fun things.
Sleds were in big demand today. Most places were sold out.
Well, Don, are we going to have to put up with this again tomorrow?
Smooth sledding again, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the way to work, probably, huh?
It'll be kind of slick tomorrow. It'll take a while to get this off the streets, but we do have some more flurries tomorrow. It's not going to be a pleasant day, but it's not going to be a bad one either. And then it looks like by Wednesday, the sun will be out, and from there on, temperatures rising and a warming trend.
We've had some school systems calling and asking about tomorrow morning's driving conditions. Would they be of concern for the school administrator, worried about buses, that kind of thing?
You bet. You bet. Tomorrow morning, everything on the streets will be frozen solid. It's going down to 14 above zero tonight, and anything on the streets will be just glaze ice.
Trouble.
Yick.
Lots of trouble. Let's have a look at the current data first of all. We have some changes in the forecast. First of all, it's down to 23 degrees, and the humidity, 84%. The wind northwest 6, the pressure 30, 21, and steady. Now, the highs today are in the 30s all through the central plains, and of course this isn't a bad temperature because it started some melting in the snow areas, and where that band of snow went from the panhandle right up through Oklahoma on into the northeast, temperatures are going to plunge tonight because the snow allows the heat to radiate off into space quickly, and temperatures will really fall. We could get some very, very cold temperatures in this area tonight in spite of our 33-degree reading this afternoon for a high. Incidentally, it was 18 above this morning for a low. We had 33 43 for a high. And of course, the satellite shows fair skies over Oklahoma, some clouds out over the Rocky Mountains, down to the south in Texas, and off the east coast. This is where our storm has gone, moved all the way out to the east, moving out into the Atlantic. There's a low-pressure center in northern Minnesota and a frontal system down into Kansas. That's a new thrust of cold air coming out of Canada. It'll move right through Oklahoma, and it could generate some snow flurries tomorrow. Well, we don't expect anything bad, but we wanted to warn you there's probably a little more weather in the area tomorrow. Fog in the early morning is possible, and then some flurries during the day and the evening tomorrow. Then it'll be gone and back to nice weather. The radar summary shows some snow in eastern Colorado, Minnesota, Arizona, snow up in New England, and a little rain down in Florida. Not much left on the map right now. That big band of snow and precipitation is basically gone. Here's our temperatures: 23 in Tulsa and Veneta, 23 at Joplin, 24 at Fayetteville, 30 at Fort Smith, 18 at Oklahoma City. Notice the big temperature difference. The snow covers kept the temperatures very low. Up at Salina, Kansas, where there's no snow, 32 degrees. Wichita, 27, and 15 at Ponca City. Now, here's tomorrow's map showing an area of snow in Oklahoma down into New Mexico, some rain in Texas and Louisiana. And, of course, it's not going to last long. It's going to move off to the east and be out of the way. But during the day tomorrow and tomorrow evening, we could expect to see a few flurries. And, of course, by Wednesday, it will be gone, moving off to the east. Some snow in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas, and rain southward. High pressure will take over in Oklahoma, and gradually as this high drifts off to the east, we'll begin to get a southerly flow around the backside of it, and it looks like then we're going to see a warming trend that'll go right on into the weekend with temperatures climbing through the 30s into the 40s, which is good news. And that brings us to a forecast that looks like this. Tonight, we could have some fog late tonight or in the early morning hours after midnight, and we're going to be very, very cold, 14, and that will just freeze solid anything on the ground. Northerly winds tonight, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Then tomorrow, there could be a few flurries around with cloudy skies, around 30 for a high. North winds 5 to 15. Then Tuesday night, a few flurries early in the evening, ending later, 13 above zero. Tuesday night, very, very cold, but here comes our improvement. Look at this. By Wednesday, sunny and 40. On Thursday, partly cloudy and 41, and up to partly cloudy and 40 degrees by Friday, and that will get rid of a lot of the stuff on the ground, but I'm afraid it's going to take that long to really get rid of most of it. Joseph Turtle of Oaks, Oklahoma, gets tonight's Gusty, and Gusty, of course, is telling everybody that this is going to be one cold night. We've had a cold night last night. Tonight's going to be colder, and tomorrow night is going to be colder still. And here's an icicle on his nose. It's just really cold out there, and I don't know, just bundle up.
He's shivering.
Bundle up. It's going to be very cold.
You forgot his mouth done. Okay, cold grin.
Cold grin.
Thank you.
Well, this weather is certainly playing havoc with school officials. Should they open or not? For some, the decision is an easy one. For others, it's harder to call. So here is a list of the closings that we have at this time for tomorrow. Also, the Sedition Verdigris schools are closed, and even though Tulsa public schools are closed tomorrow as well, the employees can pick up their warrants at the Education Service Center between 10 and 4 tomorrow.
Okay, number one, hold on to the rank.
The Iowa Hawkeyes were put to the test by Purdue. John has the sports scoop coming up.
I'd like to thank Sonatrol for providing me a place to call home, for giving me 3 square meals a day and making it possible to have a nice new wardrobe. Unfortunately, Sonatrol was listening with their special sound security system when Joey and I broke into the building. The cops were there before we knew it. I thought I was a pro. These guys at Sonatrol are real security professionals they'll get the security they gave me. Just think what they can do for you.
Sonatro, security professionals.
The Big Country Breakfast. It's a tradition that's...
For invoice? It's happening now at Don Carlton Honda. You won't find prices this low anywhere in Oklahoma. Buy one of these selected 1987 Hondas for just $99 over invoice with no money down. Don Carlton has a big selection, but at $99 over invoice, they won't last long, and this offer is limited. Don't miss the $99 over invoice sale at Don Carlton Honda, 5100 East 11th.
Now, John Walls in the sports, and some serious basketball being played tonight.
Up north in the Big Ten, two of the best in the country going at it, and Iowa maybe deserving that #1 ranking. Purdue didn't quite think so.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see. First time in Iowa's history ever they took over that #1 spot in college basketball today. Now, you'd think it'd only be fair to give them a day or two to celebrate the top spot, but tonight they got put to the test right away, playing on the road against 5th-ranked Purdue. In the first half, too, it'd be the Hawkeyes. Navy drops Delaware 84-60, and TCU keeps on playing tough down south, beating Texas tonight by 15. In the MCC, Butler upset St. Louis tonight. It was Xavier over Evansville, and in the Valley, Bradley, a 73-65 winner over Illinois State. By the way, OU came out 11th this week in the AP poll after knocking off Nevada, Las Vegas. The Sooners don't play again until Wednesday night when they've got OSU down at Lloyd Noble. Well, the Denver Broncos pulled into Pasadena today for this weekend's Super Bowl. The welcome, nothing like the huge send-off they got from Denver, but there's still plenty of orange and blue to go around. The Bronx did not practice today. The Giants did, and their workout was closed. Now, as for getting into the game itself, if you don't have a ticket, good luck. It is a seller's market. Some tickets are going for as much as $1,500, and travel agents in LA with tickets are getting business from Denver, New York, and all points beyond.
We also have orders from London. I got an order from Anchorage, Alaska today, and Australia, and Japan.
The LA papers are full of all kinds of ads like these for Super Bowl tickets. Scalping them that way is legal, too. In California, you just can't do it at the game site. The cheap seats going for $350, but the good ones between the 40s are going to run you $1,500. You know, we may have some snow on the ground, but it's never too early to start thinking about warm weather and baseball, as far as I'm concerned. The Chicago White Sox are going to get a new stadium for a little outdoor fun. This is out in Charles's backyard. Little room to run. There you see Chuck there showing off a little bit. Hey, Don is no slouch when it comes to the sticks either. Here he goes, up and around. That one's for Gusty. I had the tough ride of the night, though. Got a little off balance here. The hot dog in me, you know, comes out. Oopsie daisy, but hang it in there. And that's what we do for kicks. And Ray was the judge on that, rates us all 9 9s or 10s, I think, somewhere in that ballpark. But you can see we're just like beautiful.
I'd give you a 10 for the nerve of just saying that, John.
At least.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, there is no need to go to Aspen or Vail.
You can dust off your skis right here in Green Country. The story coming next.
What's new?
And disruptive as the weather has been, you must admit it has created some beautiful scenery, not to mention some pleasant recreation. Kids all over Oklahoma are making the best of it. It may be too cold and snowy to go to school, but sledding is another thing. We also found a big kid longing for the slopes of Aspen.
How's that?
Not bad. Of course, he's a few hundred miles off course, but it's the spirit that counts.
Well, hang in there and stay warm. That's our show for tonight. Good night.
Good evening.